I don't have a nickel. What can you do? What I do have is video from Fortville Home Base. It's CSX territory. It's fast freight, 60-mile-an-hour track speed, and no terrain, no mountains. We've had mountains recently, no mountains today. We have just, an answer to the question, hey, did anything interesting ever come to Fortville? So I'm going to show you two things here in this video. First one is one day's catch, a part of one day's actually. And then the second is some older archival type video that I have of interesting catches. Things such as heritage units, track geometry, cars, and things like that. They all go by on the B line in Fortville. It's a nice double track main, a 60-mile-an-hour track. They put important stuff down it. So a lot of maintenance of way on the line, and those track geometry cars are often attached to the hotshot freight, hotshot intermodals, and the whole idea being to keep that track in tip-top condition so they can fly through there. Well, we can't go there, it's occupado, and I don't have a nickel. So let's go to the trains. Here we are on a pretty soggy, dreary day, but what makes the dreary day a little better? That headlight right there. That makes it better. Let's check it. Oh, what a sweet start to a soggy day. And listen to that. We got a salute. A lot of these trains that pass through here appear to be intermodals at first. Even the manifest trains, CSX tends to put a handful of containers at the front end. And this train was no different. This one has a little something for everybody. Auto racks, tank cars, hoppers, flat cars. Love a mixed freight. A pink hopper? Beautiful morning to catch a train. Can't beat it. Look at that. First train out, yellow nose 2. And now some failing on my part. See, you look behind that utility pole over there, you'll see yellow nose 2. I mean, you can't tell really because you can't see the gray paint, but it is yellow nose 2. And we had some equipment failure here. And thus, I thought I was pressing a video and I pressed a picture. And that's what you see. Oh, Mr. Kole, Mr. Kole. Oh. Didn't get the bird in the air fast enough to catch that yellow nose 2. But here's the train. Nice intermodal. Short intermodal. Well, hey. And here I am trying to make a point. And I blow it. Well, one thing you'll find here on Bituminous Kole, I don't let perfect be the enemy of good because I'm not perfect. I'm not a photographer by trade. I have no training in it. I have no art school. I don't know a lot. I just go and do it. Because why not? Let's go. Still at Fortville. Still dreary. Drippy. But got some intel that we might have a CSX special unit, the One CSX unit. I haven't seen that one in about 4 months. So we'll brave some drippy weather, and I'm hearing a horn. So let's get set up and go to the train. How about that? 3 camera action. 1 man, 3 cameras. Well, I was hoping for a different unit up front there. Alas. While we're thinking of that whole concept of not letting perfect be the enemy of good, don't for a minute think that it doesn't go through my mind that improvements can be made. For instance, I'm running the sound here that my camera is giving me, and it's giving me a whole lot of whoosh. And I find that annoying. You may too. Looking to make some upgrades in equipment. So we're not going to let that imperfection stop us from posting a video on such a sweet train as this and let it disappear forever. But instead, we'll show it, and then we'll look for ways to improve going forward. New equipment may be in the offing. Well, it was a nice train, but it wasn't the the one we have intel on. So we're going to stick around a little bit longer and wipe off my glasses and my gear. Of course, it stopped raining now. Just a minute after it clears. No more rain. Well, maybe this is the one we're looking for. It's a westbound, so we've got a better than average chance because that's what we're looking for, is a westbound. And hey, the rains have stopped. The rail gods smile. Yeah.
CSX Equipment Defect Detector West, milepost 257.2, track 1.
All right. So that gives us 6 miles before it arrives here at Fortville. 6 miles to the west. We're at milepost 263.2. So I can already hear the horn, so let's set up the gear. Maybe this is the one.
CSX IC I007 29, over. I007 29, over. Besides it being a large train, did anybody else stop you guys out there, over? No, it's just a huge train, wet rail, so the fleet engine gives wheel slip on wet rail, and it's kind of windy. That makes it slower too. Roger that. Here we go. Thank you.
I was pretty happy to catch that communication right there, where they talk about this huge train, 600 axles, and the effect the weather is having on driving it. The wheel slip of a lead locomotive, and the effect of wind even, which to me you'd think, okay, look at the size, think of the weight. A 30-mile-an-hour wind? Really? That has an impact on the train? Well, apparently so. We'll take the conductor's word for it. So, oh, and this got my attention. These, I believe, are the Viking ships. And we'll have some empties coming up in a second. But if you ever watched the videos of Hobo Shoestring, rest his soul, he talked about various cars that he liked to use for his hoboing activities, and some of these container cars that he referenced as Viking ships. And those were some of his favorites. There's the Cadillac Grainer, for instance, and this sort of thing. So found it very interesting to have seen them. I don't see them very often, but today, yes, we did. Here we are. Here's some more of these Viking ships. The ground level gives better definition of it, so we switched to that. But these are the cars, if I'm not mistaken, that Hobo Shoestring used to talk about as being his choice if he had to utilize an intermodal train. Not recommending that, folks, just referencing a sweet man who's sadly departed us. These container cars, by the way, not Viking ships. I've heard some people call them tubs. I don't even know what they're really called. I call them just container cars. What do you call them? Let us know in the comments. It's amazing how a day with a little bit of rain and a lot of wind just makes you feel cold. I normally like 52 degrees. That feels good most of the time. Not today. I put on my hoodie. I mean, normally I don't bring that out until the winter. Must be getting old, getting that old thin blood. All right, so it's a long train that's coming. I just got another defect detector report. 600 axles. Now that's a nice train. Now, if it's the one that I think I'm chasing, or waiting for, as it were, hoping to catch, whatever, fill in the blank. If it's the one I'm looking for, it's a pipe train, which means to get the drone up above it and see inside and check out that cargo. That's the stuff. So hopeful. Well, I've been waiting here a long time. Maintenance of Way had a lot of work to do with the crossovers, and by and by the weather changed entirely. It's as if I'm out here on a different day, but I'm not. Now, got a defect detector. Could not hear the locomotive engineer confirm, which is where they give their train number. I'm hoping this is the one that I've been waiting for all day. It's been a good day. This would make it a great day. Let's set up. This is the one, B521. This is supposed to be a pipe train. It's a run as needed type train on CSX, and apparently today it's needed. I'm glad for that. So let us see that CSX WR1 locomotive in the consist, along with a pipe train. Love a pipe train. They have gonds usually, where you can see the pipe loads inside. It's amazing. Well, I'm hoping it's amazing. I'm at the ready. Oh, that unit's such a beauty. And I love that the railroad keeps it clean, looking nice. Makes you wish they kept all of them clean. But I love how they've really kept that one clean. Every time I've seen it, it's been spotless. Even on a rainy, crummy day like this started to be, and it certainly traversed all of that weather, and it still looked fantastic. Now this pipe from above, it looks fantastic too. Love to see inside open gonds and hoppers, anything that allows you to see a load. I love this. Well, I'd love to know more about this. When you look at that pipe, like some of them have those purple ends, pink ends. What's the pipe for? I look at it, I really can't place it. Is it for plumbing? No, is it for sewer work? I can't place it. I'd love to know who the manufacturer is. Love to know who the end user is. Who's being delivered to? Again, maybe that's something you all know and could help us out with. Please let us know in the comments. Do you know who the manufacturer is, or who the end user is, or what the pipe is specifically for? Well, patience is a virtue. Yes, it is. Pretty much all day here. and caught it. B521 pipe train, nothing but gons full of pipe, just stacked to the top, orderly. And that beautiful blue CSX Are One unit. Well, that just caps off a perfect day. Well, look at these blue skies now. That was worth the rain earlier. Heck yeah. One day in Fortville, and what did we see? Yellow Nose 2 paint on a couple trains, although I only got to share one. Sorry. A pink hopper. Love to know whose that is. Got a little rain. Like they say in Indiana, if you don't like the weather, wait a few minutes. And there's those Viking ships. Hobo Shoestring. And that beautiful unit we waited all day for. Does anything good ever come to Fortville? Forsooth! Of course it does. We have the receipts. Speaking of receipts, we have the Bituminous Kole official checklist, number 4, tracking CSX trains. And we get to fill in a blank here. Not an X, not a check. A lump of coal. Add that one to the collection of things seen. Woohoo! Keep your eyes peeled for the first car trailing the locomotives. Marked "Do Not Hump," that is the track geometry car. It fires lasers down at the track and has sensors to detect defects in the rail. This car is run fairly regularly down these tracks, as this is a very important main line. Here's a catch on a location I don't use very often. It's State Route 13. But there's a nice open field here and a parking lot at the apartment complex. And a pretty good place to catch the New York Central Heritage Unit, wouldn't you say? Oh, I do enjoy seeing those 86-foot boxcars. Don't get to see them very often, but they were on this train. And I love seeing those Tuscan red doors applied to those blue boxcars. Make do with what you have. And hey, a Conrail boxcar. This train is fantastic. Awesome train. Well, thank you, Fortville, for the treat. And now we get to check another checklist. This is fun. The New York Central Heritage Unit, CSX 1853, gets a lump of coal. That does look good, doesn't it? I like it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that look around Fortville. Up next, another look around Fortville. The subsequent trip I had didn't catch a lot of trains, but the things I caught were really cool. Got the CSX 1776, Spirit of Our Armed Forces. Got some lowboy, recessed flat cars with oversized loads, and run through with some foreign power it was dead in tow, and unfortunately probably going to a scrapper. It was going to Larry's truck, so maybe they're looking at some rebuilds, but in all likelihood probably sit out there and rot for a couple of years and then be scrapped. Anyway, it was interesting to see BNSF power across CSX because, well, in Indiana we don't see BNSF units very frequently at all, if ever. So you have that to look forward to. Check out the next installment of Bituminous Kole and catch the action from home base Fortville, Indiana. Video drops New Year's Eve at 7 p.m. Check it out. Let's go to the trains.